You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode 179. Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to share the 2 types of coaching. And before I go into this, I want to give a quick life update. It's been a few weeks since I've shared an episode, and we've had a lot of cool things go on inside Thriving Coach Academy. We had our annual in-person retreat. We had about a dozen of our coaches fly out to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we spent the weekend together going over some strategies to grow their coaching businesses and learning a bunch of high-level coaching concepts. So to those coaches that are listening to the podcast, I had such a blast with you. There were a lot of emotions that came out over the weekend, lots of breakthroughs, and I'm still thinking about the weekend. We will definitely be having another in-person retreat. So if you are a student or a graduate of Thriving Coach Academy, be ready for an announcement soon on when that will be and how you can register for our next retreat. Aside from that, we had a whole bunch of new coaches join in our most recent cohort, and we are now entering the fall season. I love the fall, my favorite season living in North Carolina. And I've got so many episodes on deck that I will be sharing with you over the next few weeks. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast to make sure that you get updates whenever we share a new episode. Okay, so let's dive in. Now, a lot of people who want to get into coaching, they have an assumption that you must have an extraordinary life with incredible achievements and a resume filled with accolades if you want to do well in this path. Now, while your own personal successes can definitely inspire confidence in others, it is not a requirement for effective coaching. So this is an age-old question that people often have. You wonder if you really need to have the outcomes that your clients want in order for you to coach them in that area. So the answer is no. And when you think about other types of professionals, a lot of people that help others, they don't necessarily have the results that their patients or their students or their clients have. For example, a doctor does not have to be in perfect health, but they can still provide medical treatment and guidance to their patients. They are trained to understand the science of medicine and human biology. And even if you look in sports coaching, a lot of sports coaches don't have the accolades of their students, their mentees. Like, for example, if you think about like the Olympics just ended, I was doing some research on this. A lot of Olympic sport coaches are not Olympians themselves. And one example that I was able to look up, his name is Bob Bowman. You might not know who that is, but he is known for being the longtime coach of Michael Phelps, who is one of the most decorated Olympians of all times with 23 gold medals and 28 total Olympic medals. Now, he never competed in the Olympics, his coach Bowman, but still he was so instrumental in shaping Phelps's career from a very young age. Since Michael Phelps was 11 years old, Bob Bowman guided him through all those Olympic games that he competed in. And that's what sports coaches are supposed to do. Similar to life coaches, you're helping people maximize their potential. And this is what you know how to do. You know how people's minds work, and you can rely on that and not rely on your past achievements. Okay, so coaches of all sorts, they are trained in understanding how the mind works. So that means for you, once you learn how to implement the coaching process, once you figure out how the mind works, once you learn the rulebook coaching method, which is what we teach our students, this is what will allow you to bring out the best in your clients. So this is what brings me into sharing the 2 different types of coaching, because I know that some of you might have personal life experience and personal successes, and you wonder where that can fit into coaching, whether it's okay for you to share your own ideas and your own wisdom. And the answer is yes. So this is where I want to share with you the two types of coaching, and they are hybrid coaching and pure coaching. So let me first share what pure coaching is. Pure coaching is when you stick very strictly to the coaching process and you're not sharing your own personal stories, your own wisdom, and your own idea with your clients. Now, pure coaching and hybrid coaching, this is not a matter of which one is better than the other because they are both equally as beneficial. It's just knowing which one you're going to offer and then trusting in that and following that path. So when you're doing pure coaching, your role as the coach is to guide your client through overcoming any blocks they have, through asking them powerful questions, through identifying the rules that are holding them back, by listening very deeply, and really allowing your clients to discover their own insights and answers. So really, when you're offering pure coaching, you are leading with the belief that your clients all have the answers within them, and it's your job to facilitate their journey toward more clarity and insight. So pure coaching focuses a lot on those open-ended, thought-provoking questions, a lot of active listening and reflecting back what your client's saying, and encouraging your client to come up with their own solutions and ideas. So I'll give you an example. Let's imagine that you are coaching someone who wants to start their own business. Instead of telling them how you built your own business or giving them your own advice, you might ask questions like, if you were to imagine in a year from now your business was successful, tell me what that looks like. Or you might ask, what's the deeper purpose behind why you want to start a business? Or you might ask, what's currently holding you back most from launching your business? When you do coaching like this, you're creating a space for your clients to generate their own insights and ideas. And this coaching is ideal for you if you really believe deeply in the power of self-discovery. It's ideal for you if you want to keep your coaching process very client-centered. And it's also ideal for you if you are comfortable with letting go of giving advice and truly trusting in your client's wisdom. Now, I will say this was the ideal path for me when I got started as a coach about 10 years ago. I really didn't have a lot of life experience. I didn't have a lot of big achievements. I couldn't really rely on my own successes and my own path. So I truly stuck to the coaching process in the purest form. And this was incredible. I had so much fun coaching people of all different backgrounds from various challenges, and they were coming away from sessions with insights that I didn't give them, but rather they came to because of the coaching questions and the rules that I would address with them and all the ways that I would actively listen to what they were sharing. So with pure coaching, you are 100% focused on your client and their unique journey. You refrain from imparting your own advice or your own personal experiences. You let your client uncover their own. Now, one of the challenges that you might face if you're offering pure coaching is you might have this self-doubt by thinking that because you don't have your own personal achievements or you don't have the success that your client wants to have, you might think that you're not going to be able to really help your clients. And this is simply not true. This is just one of the biggest myths that aspiring coaches have. You think that your personal success will translate to your coaching success. And all you need to do is have the tools. Okay, you don't need to have the success. You just have to have the coaching tools. And once you have those tools, you will help your clients get amazing results. You will, from those results your clients get, you're going to have a lot of credibility and you're going to feel very confident about your coaching and what you have to offer. So you don't have to be an extraordinary overachiever to be an amazing coach, and your life experience is not going to make or break your coaching business. It could benefit you in some way. When I talk about hybrid coaching, I will speak more to that. But really, by understanding powerful coaching tools, this is what's going to help you make a huge difference in your clients' lives. So this is what pure coaching is. And this may be a relief that you're feeling and a weight off your shoulders if you've been thinking that your own life has its own challenges. So maybe you've been wondering, who am I to coach others when I don't have everything figured out in my own life? You don't have to have everything figured out in your life to be a great coach. You can absolutely be a work in progress, as we all are, and still make an amazing impact in your clients' lives. You just got to have the coaching tools. And that's what we give our students in Thriving Coach Academy. Now, let's talk about hybrid coaching. I find that nowadays there are a lot of coaches that do actually want to bring in their own wisdom and ideas and stories. I'd say like it's a 50, sometimes it's like a 50-50 split of people in our program that want to offer pure coaching and others that want to offer some hybrid form of coaching. So when I say hybrid coaching, I mean that you are blending coaching with mentorship and consulting. So you're still going to ask your clients questions, you're going to allow them to come to their own conclusions, but you're also going to sprinkle in your own guidance and insights based on your experiences. So this will be really effective when you have the success that your clients are desiring. So think of it like you're adding together your own mentorship, your own consulting and advice with the coaching process. Okay, this is perfect for you if you are someone that has the direct experience that would benefit your clients. It's great for you if you really are comfortable balancing listening to your clients while also sharing your own insights. Okay, when you incorporate hybrid coaching into your work, what you're going to focus on is you're going to focus on sharing your own ideas and your own wisdom with your clients, but you're also going to balance the questions that you're going to ask your clients. You're going to have both. You're not just going to be telling your clients what to do. That's why it's called hybrid coaching. So let's look at the previous example that I shared earlier and see how it might sound different if you're doing hybrid coaching versus pure. So let's say, again, you're working with a client, they want to grow their business, but they're feeling stuck. So in addition to asking them questions about what their vision is and what some of their challenges are, you might also share how you overcame similar hurdles in your own business journey. So you might say to your client, I noticed a pattern in my own experience when dealing with something similar. Do you want to hear about what that pattern was to see if something resonates for you? You might say, would it be useful if I shared a framework that helped me when I felt stuck? Or would you prefer that we kept brainstorming? You might also say, here's something that I've learned. How do you think this applies to what you're facing? So I want you to notice how this is not just you telling someone what to do because it makes you feel good. You are inviting the client to decide if it would serve them to hear your own idea, your own perspective. You're also checking in with them to see how it resonates or how it applies to what they're thinking about, but you're still leaving them the choice on which direction they want to take. That's what hybrid coaching is. And one of the benefits of having a hybrid coaching approach is that your clients will be inspired by your own success, and they'll be able to be motivated by seeing that you were able to achieve results that they want. Remember, you don't have to have your own success to help clients through the success that they want. If you're doing hybrid coaching, something that you want to keep in mind is that you don't overly rely on your own experience. You want to remember that just because you achieved a result one way doesn't mean that every single person's going to follow the same exact path. So you still want to have an openness to it. Notice that when you're sharing your ideas with your clients, how attached are you to them taking on those ideas? Let your clients ultimately decide what they're going to take, what they're going to leave behind, and where they want to go with any stories that you share with them. And remember that each individual client is unique. So what worked for you will not necessarily work for them. You want to be mindful of everyone's individual background, their personalities, and also various circumstances that they have. So that is the difference between pure coaching and hybrid coaching. So again, there's no approach that is exclusively better than the other. And you don't also have to just lock yourself in with one. A lot of coaches, what I notice they do when they're in Thriving Coach Academy is they will experiment with both pure and hybrid coaching. And depending on the client and the situation, like maybe if you're starting out your practice and you don't have a clear niche yet, you might have some clients who have challenges that you don't have personal experience in, so you'll be offering pure coaching to them. You might have clients that do have challenges that you've already overcame in your own life, so with them you may offer hybrid coaching. And you'll find that some clients will really thrive when it's the pure coaching environment. Others may also really appreciate having some of your own input or mentorship sprinkled into the coaching process. So if you're not really sure where to start, I recommend you consider starting with pure coaching. So that way you allow the space for your client to have total self-discovery. And if your client ever starts to feel stuck or they are seeking more guidance, you can gently transition into more hybrid coaching by inserting a piece of advice or your own story. And this is something that we recommend our coaches do when they're in the academy. So start out your sessions really as purely as possible by leaning on coaching. And then at the end, you can leave the end portion of the session for the brainstorming, for you to insert your own ideas or stories or wisdom. And notice how your clients respond to the different styles as well, because some clients might really prefer that you lean more in the hybrid role where you provide more input as a mentor or guide, and others will really benefit from you giving them space to come up with their own solutions. That's going to be very empowering for a lot of people. So you experiment, figure out what's best for your clients over time. Don't be afraid to explore and refine your approach. There was a while back on the podcast, I talked about different coaching styles, and my advice is very similar to that episode, where it's really powerful to experiment, try on different styles of coaching to see what your zone is that will emerge over time, what your pattern is that you want to focus on in your sessions with clients. Now, in Thriving Coach Academy, we will show you how to do both. We'll show you how to do pure coaching and also how to do hybrid coaching, where you might integrate your own personal experiences and achievements in the process. So that way you can understand how to blend both into your practice. All right, so that's what I got on the 2 types of coaching. And before I go, I'm going to leave a little clip from an interview that I had with one of our coaches in the academy, so you could hear their story, get some of their tips for success as a coach, and also benefit from the path that they took and figure out how you can apply that to you. So enjoy their story, and I will see you in the next episode.
Hi, my name is Bill Grant, and I have been a real estate broker for 22 years. It has been a rewarding career, but after 22 years, I've decided it's time to try something different, or at least just add something to my current career. People have been telling me for years I've been a great listener, and they enjoy telling me all of their problems, and I've been helping them. And I decided that a coaching career might be a wise thing to look into. I have learned more about myself and my thinking by going through this coaching program. I was being coached, I was learning by other students being coached, and I was learning when I was coaching other students. I have been coached on relationships. I'm now in a relationship. I have been coached on some money issues. Now my money stuff is, falling into place. I came out the other side having stopped therapy. I have gotten the confidence that I lacked in the beginning to now seek out my coaching clients. I know where to look for them. I know how to reach out to them. And I see this as, I don't want to say a career, but it's more of a calling. This is something that I was meant to do. I am going to specialize in gay men in recovery. I'm now at the point where I have the confidence and the passion to let the real estate business go. And I'm now going to be pursuing this as a full-time career. And initially I was thinking it was not going to be as lucrative as the real estate business could be, but now that I've learned how the business operates and my passion, I realize that because I love it so much, it could be and will be more lucrative than the real estate business. I can't say enough about the school. The instructors are wonderful. The other students, the quality of other students are terrific. You have to apply to the school. They don't take anybody. So it's a very select group of people. So it's a nice environment. I had an amazing shift halfway through the program. I was learning a lot, but there was still this internal walls saying that I really couldn't do this. I was too shy, didn't know enough. And after that training session where we were intensely coached on being shy, whatever the blocks were holding us back from the business aspect of it, of putting ourselves out there, I came out the other side a new person. I had the self-esteem and knowledge that I was now a coach. I wasn't becoming a coach, I was now a coach. I am now, thanks to the program and the instructors, very cognizant of the gifts I have to impact the world. I would recommend this program to everybody. Someone who's just starting out in life and wants to start a career in coaching, I would recommend this to someone who is in a career and say they're in human resources or something, and this would really augment their career path and help them move forward in their chosen career, as well as people like myself who have been in other careers. While successful and satisfying, they're not really their true calling. This has been something that's been in the back of my mind as something I might want to do, like a long unfulfilled dream. And I think there are a lot of people out there like me who think they might want to do this and are afraid to make the leap, whether for, financially, whatever their reasons are. I would recommend them investigating the school and speaking to one of the people in the admissions office, because I think it would really be a wise choice. I would suggest trusting your instincts. Your inner voice is telling you to do this. The financial investment in the school is minimal for the return that you're going to find. And I think the time is not that much based on how much you're going to learn and how much you personally are going to be transformed as a person.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coach's secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.